Trying to go on an adventure. Roads have been closed, been raining a lot. I'm not sure my little car can take this. Hello and welcome to another adventure. If you're new to the channel, I'm Craig. I like to try and find places to walk that nobody else will have walked before. And I'm out here in the Rhinog Mountains in Wales. I've got bogs that I've got to pass through, mountains to climb in the fog, and some real wild camping. Just met the farmer from this area. Proper nice guy, so thanks for letting me know everything, know where to go and how to get in. Now we're going to go back to the road that I was trying to get in before, and then we'll be on the way. This area is absolutely magic. So beautiful. I parked up where the farmer had kindly said I could and set off down the path that led into the woods at the very foot of the Rhinog Mountains. Bilberry bushes lined the way, and I couldn't resist pausing to pick a few of the sweet little berries before the climb began. Well, as soon as I passed the camera, I took a knee-deep shot. Hey, if this isn't what adventures are about, I don't know what is. There's an ultra marathon going on just now, and those crazy bastards are running 50 miles up and down this. It seems like they're coming to the end of their route. Some of them will be going until about 2 in the morning tonight. We'll see if we pass anyone else. Wish them good luck. Hey, you right?
Good, you okay?
How you doing? Can't see a fucking thing. Yeah, check that. This last little bit, I tried to run and catch the fog, but I missed. Honestly though, this is actually mental. I can only see about 4 or 5 meters. I have no idea where the top of this mountain is. It started to flatten out a little bit, which means I must be near the top. Also, if you can't tell, I'm dripping. See that I'm getting caught in the clouds. Here we are. Got it.
When I get to the top, we'll get a view.
Oh, this is magic. It's windy and the air is very wet. I'm gonna get cold quick if I stay here, so I think I'm just gonna keep going. There we go. Yeah. Downhill from here. Sorry guys, last 3 times I lied. This is the top. We've made it. Now we get to go back down. The lake is literally right there. I can't see a thing. My original plan was to camp at that lake that I've just passed, but it was a little bit busy. There was 3 other tents pitched not far from where I was going to set mine up. Out of respect for them, I've decided to come to another little lake. It's like set down a little bit further and it's just magical. From here I can see one bit that sort of looks like it might be flat. It really does look amazing. Beautiful mountainside over that way, and just a little bit lower than the clouds. There is, however, a little green bit just over there. Might just be a little bit nicer. I think I need to go and check that bit out, don't I? Oh, well, this bit is quite nice. The grass is nicer, but there's a lot of geese poo. There's a nice little seat here. I've decided to set my tent up over here. And the reason for that is threefold. 1, I like this grass more than the grass that was over there. 2, you can see this breeze, and that's going to keep the midges away. 3, the water is deeper here. That increases the chance of me catching a fish. And 4, I mean, just look at this backdrop. It's magic. I know I said threefold, but 4-fold and 5th-fold and 6th-fold just doesn't quite sound the same, does it? Time for me to tuck into some grub. There we go. It doesn't look the most appetizing, I'll be honest. Let's give it a good old munch. It's actually delicious. The guacamole is perfect. Yeah, I pre-made it at home. Avocado, lime, and some smoked sea salt. And it tastes really good. What an excellent view for dinner. The clouds keep coming and going. So every now and then I see the mountain that I came down. Look at that. Isn't that look class? I'm absolutely shattered. I'm going to turn in for the night and I'll catch you guys in the morning where the adventure resumes. Oh, good morning. It was a bit colder last night than it was meant to be. Very windy. Tent has been absolutely blowing. Time for some breakfast. It's been a slow start to the day. There's no path on this bit that I've got to go now. I'm taking my time. You never know when there's going to be a hole in the ground somewhere through the heather and the bilberry bushes. Got about 5 miles to do today, 8 kilometers. Keep seeing lots of little animals in the thicket. The clouds keep coming in every now and then too, which is kind of cool, but then quite difficult to plot where you're going next. I'm kind of just aiming for each ridge line at the moment. But every now and then when it does open up, it's a magnificent view. You can see the sea all the way down there. It's lovely. Also, the bilberries up here are excellent. This bit here marks the start of the climb. It's going to be quite steep, so I'm going to have a little snack, have a drink, and then get going, I think. I'm just having a little look at the route now. It looks like I've got 300 meters of incline to do in 800 meters. This could be some hard work. This might be one of the hardest hikes I've done. A couple of bits where I've had to use both my hands to get up as well. Keep gorging myself on these bilberries. I don't think I'm too far off the top now. It can't be that far. I can barely see where I came from. Take it one step at a time. Oh, come on. It's gotten quite windy. That's a bit sketchy. Sorry there's no view. Alright, I'm up. I've been checking my maps pretty much every 5 meters. The path seems to keep coming and going. I can't see very far, so it's really hard to tell where I'm going. The next bit I was looking for was a wall, so I was kind of walking in this general direction of this valley, and then I should be heading to that lake. Now I'm out of the window, it's so peaceful and quiet. Every step I'm taking with a lot of care, because I can hear the stream underneath, which means there's some boulders and there's probably a few holes everywhere, so it would be very easy to have one leg fall in a hole and then snap it, which would not be ideal with no phone signal. Slow and steady in this one. It's funny, I always say that I want to come on paths that no one's walked on, and sure as hell I'm getting that today. I don't think anybody's walked here in a very long time. Also just found this little guy, look. Say hello to the folks on YouTube, mate.
Remember, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
This bottle I've got with me filters the water for me, gets rid of 99.9% of pathogenic bacteria, and it gets rid of 97% of viruses. Oh, I needed that. It's getting quite wet now. Maybe a few hundred meters away from what I'm hoping is going to be a good enough campsite. Oh. I'm ready for a lie down. This is a part of adventures you don't see very much. Spots that I've planned to camp at, definitely not campable. I am past drenched. I might as well swim across the lake at this point. The next video you're going to see of me is either going to be camped up somewhere in the woods or at a campsite. Well then guys, welcome back. It's been a few hours since I last saw you, and my gosh, I was tired. I walked a little bit further I came into this beautiful little bit of a woodland under these huge birch and oak and pine trees, where it opened up a little bit more and there was just enough ground for it to be flat enough to set up my tent. How about that? This is an absolute beautiful spot. These trees are so old, got moss growing all over them. They grow so tall, such big trees. This is like a proper old woodland. So yeah, I set my tent up, took off all my wet clothes, which is pretty much everything. Had a few snacks. Beef jerky, dried mango pieces, and then I had a little sleep for about an hour and a half. I didn't sleep much last night because of the wind and rain. It was a very hard journey today. That's probably the hardest I've found it actually, but it was bloody brilliant.
That was bloody brilliant.
Yeah, I was soaked. Yeah, I was cold. Yeah, it was miserable. But I've stumbled upon this excellent place. It's absolutely magic. These trees are so massive and old. I imagine if they could talk, they've got a million stories they could tell. I picked up my water from the little stream for tonight's dinner. I've got enough mac and cheese pasta to serve 4 people. Get this fire started. I'll tend to bring this mostly for when it's windy. It does help keep most of the heat in, because then none of it's escaping through here. I'm going to let this come to a full boil for a minute or so, and then I'm going to add the pasta in. We have a little friend joining us for dinner. That looks like that's me settled in for the night. Got my licorice all sorts. I've also got audiobook that I'm going to watch because I forgot to download anything to watch before I came. I'm going to enjoy this for a little bit, then I'm going to get some sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. I slept like a log. Good morning everybody. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a nicer day today. With this being the last day of the trip, it means I get to keep some of my dry clothes on. So the t-shirt that I bring to sleep in, still got on, so that's nice and dry to start with, but I didn't bring any dry socks. So these filthy bastards are going straight back on. Feet are probably going to be getting pretty wet again today anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. This is the first time since the start of this adventure I've seen the sun, the sky, and more than 5 meters in front of me. I feel so much more rested after camping over there. I'm so glad I pushed through all of that stuff. It really did make it all worth it in the end. I've got a little bit on this road to do. Then I'm going to start climbing through some Roman steps and then up into another mountain loch, and I'll see if there's some trout in there. This little guy doesn't look too good. I'm guessing he's quite young, or he's got a hurt wing or something, so I'm going to just put him over here somewhere out of harm's way. At least then if any dogs or anything come by, they don't come chasing after him. Stick him in here, shall we? There we go. You'll be nice and safe in there, pal. These Roman steps are getting me a bit hot and sweaty. That's much better. Oh, I think I could do some Roman baths too. I've been making some good progress, and now it's time to come back off the path to go and explore somewhere new. I'm going to keep a lookout for the rock to make sure I'm not about to jump off another cliff, and hopefully I'll be able to make it to this little mountain lake. Don't forget to look behind you, because you can see where you've come from and check out the view. This looks lovely. I passed banks of blooming heather and tufts of wild cotton whipped sideways in the wind. Llyn Morwynion soon came into view, known as the Lake of the Maidens. The name comes from legend. The story goes that a group of maidens held captive on a high cliff above the lake threw themselves into the water in despair. This bracken's quite tall, isn't it? There we go. Magic. So I tried my hand at a bit of fishing, and as you can tell, I didn't really catch anything. So time to head back up through this. think I feel inspired with all the runners yesterday doing their ultra marathon. I feel the need for speed. It also makes it feel a little bit easier when you kind of just run. Each step doesn't feel quite as heavy. Either that, or I've lost the plot. Just off the path, I noticed a ruin, possibly used by a shepherd or miners hundreds of years ago, now reclaimed by nature. Leaving it to silence, I carried on, the stream leading me back. I think this is as good a spot as any to have some lunch. We'll be having some tomato and herb pasta, dried mango, and some more beef jerky. I've set myself the challenge of following this stream as far as I can. You guys might be thinking, why? Why bother when there's a perfectly good path? Sometimes the slower you're forced to go, the more enjoyable the adventure is, and this is fun. I'm gonna stack it, I swear.
Stupid fat hobbit.
Oh God, these rocks are slippy. There's actually only so much further I can go before I have to veer off in a different direction to the stream. I thoroughly enjoyed that addition to this little adventure. I saw 3 brook trout, which is really cool. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the camera out quick enough and they disappear so fast. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. I just can't help but feel like I've forgotten something. Do you know what though? Shit! My camera! I was going to jump in that, but it kind of smells like shit, so I'm not going to bother. Overnight guys, see you in the next one.